remember when we used to go from winter to spring
No,
to summer?
no.
Yeah.
I don't
Now,
know if it's like this around the world,
I don't
but
know.
here in New York, we go winter, then there's like a week, 2 weeks of spring, and then it's hot as shit, and it's summer. And
Yeah,
that's
but
it.
have you noticed we go from winter to summer in Las Vegas to winter to 3 days of spring, like you said, and then it gets to like I don't know, like we have these weird random 85-degree days,
It's never a smooth transition.
and then it's like 3 weeks of rain.
Yeah,
Can't stand it. I don't care for it.
just a little bit. I think
How
it's
do we
where we are. It's our
how do we get off
location.
this ride?
Yeah, we got to move.
Why don't we live in Florida? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Every time I go to Florida, I go, why don't I live here?
America's whack.
I'm on Florida real estate TikTok, like I'm
Uh-huh.
just on the algorithm, and they go, and yeah, here's a 6 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, a private masseuse, 250,000. I'm like, what am I doing here? I'm like, what?
Yeah, but then you have to deal with hurricanes, flooding, and all kinds of crazy shit.
Ron DeSantis. Look
Ron
at PD.
DeSantis.
PD is in Saudi Arabia. How about that?
Hey, PD.
Talk about
Checking
hot
in
as
from
hell.
Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I can't imagine. That's got to be some triple-digit friggin' temperatures over there, man.
I'd like to move to Saudi Arabia, start moving some snow cones. I don't know. Do they have snow cones over there? Because I feel like that might be new for them.
That'd be a hit.
Get them some snow cones.
That's a no-brainer right there.
Cherry. Grape.
Gotta go grape.
Orange.
Everything grape is good.
Yeah.
Lemon.
All lemon.
Lemon's a hit.
I bet you they'd love lemon. Petey, is there a snow cone stand? I'd have like a little, like how there's old Middle Eastern food on the corners of the streets in New York City. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to go to the Middle East and sell New York City snow cones.
You're not going to do shit. You're going to keep doing this podcast with me, and that's the end of it.
That's right. Frankie C, it's been a hell of a week with Cassie Ventura and the Diddy trial. My goodness, we'll recap. Plus, there's a Diddy Epstein link that I think we've brushed upon this before, but it just kind of got reinvigorated, so we'll go over it. Can you believe that Justin Bieber was totally broke just a couple of years ago?
How could that be?
That's what I'm saying. I just don't, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Plus a lot of other little assorted topics and such, like our snow cone venture that we're starting. And Erin C is along for another game time episode. My friends, that's a Friday podcast. I think I hit it too fast again. Did I hit it too fast? I cut myself off?
I heard that's a pog. And it was gone.
I got to remember to give that a second,
Let the word finish at least.
Yeah, it's this new internet equipment. In radio, you used to jump on things very fast. The internet, you got to let it breathe. You got to give it a half a beat.
I think there should be a half a beat too in radio. You just relax. Everybody relax. We don't have to be right up against the post every friggin' time.
Gotta hit the post.
Pressure.
Gotta hit the post. I was thinking about old radio stories, man. Oh my God. I can't remember. Who was the old guy at HLI? He got fired a long time ago. Rob Rush used to tell us this story.
Oh, he was like a legend, that guy. I can't remember his name.
This old guy was a legend. He was on this old radio station that Frank and I worked for. Like, we worked for an oldie station, and this was the station that was older than the oldie station.
The station started in I want to say 30-something, 40-something.
Well, the Native Americans sold Manhattan, and then they put up the antennas for this radio station. Is how friggin' old this.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's how that went down.
And they had these old microphones where it was like this, like my microphone, but then there was these big windscreens, and it made it look like a huge, like the beat pill, like how that's like all even. And so they used to mess with the guy, so you couldn't tell which way the microphone was. So they would turn the microphone the opposite way, and you would hear him like open up the mic to start talking, and this is what you'd hear. What the hell? He would get so angry because they kept turning the microphone off.
Oh God. Oh, what's that guy's name? It's killing me.
I'll never forget the day he got fired. I was there, and he was just pissed, and upset. His hair was like all a mess, and he was like, "Fuck this place." So he was just like, he was
Yeah,
like one of those.
and then for years, for like a decade after, it was such a legend, then why'd you let him go?
Yeah, I know it was. He was one of those guys though, where like they had the goal. Like I think about the radio personalities now, and I think about like what we do, and it's like it's just content. It's like what's happening on the internet. Have a reaction. Like he was one of those guys that was like, I come in, you get 4 hours, I talk it up to the post, and I cash my check, and I go. Like he was one of those guys that was like back when that was like a skill. Now like anybody can do it, and everybody does do it. But back then it was like, watch out for Carl. He knows how to hit the posts, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, anyway. I mean, those were the days where you could come in, do one job, and leave. But now, if you work in radio, Dean Anthony, very good.
No, that wasn't it. Brian, who I feel is a radio historian.
That's who I'm thinking of.
It wasn't Dean Anthony. He was thin and tall, and he had like gray hair that was kind of long.
I don't know who the hell you're talking about.
Who was the heavier set guy that you worked with? Paul something?
Yeah.
Paul, what was his name? It wasn't Paul.
Can
Anthony,
I say it?
Yeah, you could say it.
Paul Richards?
Paul Richards. Okay. I think he was either after Paul Richards, or was Paul Richards like in afternoons and this guy was middays, I feel.
Paul was always, I don't know, it got jumbled around a lot, but there was Paul, there was Joe, there was Bob.
Yeah, all those guys were after this guy. This guy was
I don't know.
Yeah, this guy was first.
Dean Anthony was the legend. Dean Anthony was the guy that was there forever, and then I think he passed away.
I'll have to text Rob because Rob would do these he would do an impression of him, which was basically Rob's voice, just like this, and that's how the guy talked. He talked just like, and he used to always, when he did the impression of him and the microphone was this way. Oh my god, I would fucking break up laughing. It was just so fucking funny. Just the thing, because there was somebody who hated him who would just go in there right before his shift and just turn the microphone.
Ridiculous. That was when radio was fun. Now it's like a struggle.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. It's just terrible.
There's like a quarter of the people still working in the place. Radio stations used to be packed with people.
Oh, there was hundreds of people.
It didn't stop. It was bustling and everything was moving and shaking. And there were like 24 salespeople walking around for like 3 stations. There were, it was a hopping. Now there's like 4 salespeople for a whole group. There's like a handful of DJs and a receptionist.
Well, do you remember when there used to be a receptionist? Now the receptionist does middays on one of the stations, does nights on the other one, and overnights on the other one, fixes the fucking van when it breaks. It's like
everybody has at least 2 jobs.
Yeah.
The older people, the people that from back in the day, like when we were there, we would have like 2-3 jobs, but we would still be working with people that were there from like decades ago, and they would have one. They'd come in and leave, do their job and leave, and we're like, all right, I guess that's because you know what? To be fair, if I was doing the job for 30 years and then all of a sudden they were like, now you have to do 2 huge things, and I'd be like, fuck you, I don't have to do anything.
When we were young, you look at those people, you go, I can't understand how they're doing that. But now I'm like, I totally get it. I'd be like, fuck you, fire me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'll walk right the fuck out of here.
Not doing that stuff. Look at PD is seeing Guns N' Roses in the middle. Where was he again?
Saudi Arabia.
Damn.
Nice.
Got that Saudi money. I'll tell you, those Saudis, dude, they fucking, like everybody, every band, every comedian, models, they all go over there and cash it in. Why can't we, PD, spread some fucking, we want to go do the podcast over there for a couple mil an episode. That'd be nice.
Couple mil an episode?
Yeah. I'd be over there. By the way, I totally get the president, Trump. He's over there.
Don't do it.
He's over there just being bought and sold. I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'd be like, yeah, you know what, women, I don't know if they should be driving or have rights or to cash $1 million check. Here's $1 million. How do you feel about women now? They're terrible. They're awful.
Here's a $500 million plane. You'll do what we want, right? Yeah. I don't know.
No problem. Fucking 400 degrees. You want me to wear the whole thing? And man, all right, well, I'll do it. Whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll sweat it out. Not a big deal.
Metallica coming later this year. Nice.
Oh, Metallica sold out. Jesus Christ! Remember when they had integrity?
They didn't sell out. What are you talking about?
Taking
I
that
was playing
Saudi
Saudi
money.
Arabia selling out.
Is Saudi one of the good
They
ones? I
play.
forget.
They play all around the world. They play everywhere.
You know what's funny though? They there's tons of footage of Trump just shitting on Qatar. He was criticizing Hillary for taking money from Qatar, and now he's just over there like,
The hypocrisy does not end with the
oh,
Republican
it's
Party.
great.
It does not end. There's always a tweet. There's always a thing, something that happened that you could, whatever they do today, they'll shit on something, and then you go back a couple of years, not even that far, and they did the exact same thing, and magically it was okay.
Yeah. Well, I said this last episode. Like, remember there was a time where Qatar couldn't get they were having trouble with FIFA. FIFA was like, we don't know if we want to go there. It's not the greatest, Yeah, and then the Jamal Khashoggi, what was his name?
Khashoggi, yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing. And now they're like, whatever. They're just like, there's money to be had here.
It's unreal. It's unreal because Trump will go right up to Crown Prince, I forget his name, and I don't even know and he'll shake his hand and I love this guy. I love him. And then the guy was literally a few years ago just fucking murdered a reporter.
Yeah.
That we all know he did it. But our allies, they're all assholes, and we have to tariff the shit out of them and leave all the peace agreements that we have and all these trade agreements, and everybody sucks. But Putin and Kim Jong-un and this Crown Prince guy, they're all great. Oh, we love this guy.
Lucky for us, the reporter wasn't from Fox News, because if it was, then this mall might not have come to fruition. But since it was one of those left-wing liberal reporters, it's all okay. Enter Sandman is a top-selling album now. You know what's weird? I don't know if Paul's just making jokes, but you do hear that stuff from time to time, like, oh, this album from like 1987 has been on the England's charts, the England's 200 for the last 2.5 decades. You hear that shit all. I think one of Queen's albums was on like the charts in England for like literally like 3 decades or something crazy like that. Like, it's insane how some of these albums just bang around 197 to 192 for just years, because they just do.
I got to imagine as more countries get progressive, more and more, I feel like more music from other places is allowed and is, what I mean, and is heard, and you know what I'm saying? Like maybe 30 years ago, or whenever Black Album came out, maybe that wasn't as circulated as widely, in certain countries.
Yeah.
So
Paul says, no joke, Google it. Chris Ellis and his Dark Side of the Moon was on for decades. Yeah, that's weird. You hear about those stories from time to time. It's really, really strange.
Cool.
Stuff happens. All right, Cassie Ventura, Frankie C. So tough week. I mean, really, really strange week. Cassie got on the stand on Monday. She didn't get off the stand until today. And then the defense had their chance to cross-examine her, and that was a little rough. They made such a big deal. The defense played a tape of Cassie like threatening to kill somebody. She was like mad because somebody got her, had like basically a sex tape of her, and they were like threatening to put it out. And I guess somehow there was a recording of her screaming at this person, and they're like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. And, there's no cameras allowed. So all the information that we have is coming from courtroom reporters. So the first, and you know how professional journalists we are here, I'm on there. I'm just like waiting for, and as soon as there's a break, that's the first wave that we get. So I'm watching everything, and I get this guy, and he's like, it's a good day for the defense. He's like, really bad for Cassie. She looked terrible. She was in there threatening to kill. She sounded like a monster. And then I got a couple more reports, and then I read like word for word everything on this tape that was said, and I'm like, that takes nothing away from what Diddy did to her. Like, so she got angry and screamed at somebody, once. Wow, that means she wasn't, trafficked and
exactly. How does that take away from her? Yeah. That you look at that video of Diddy beating the shit out of her in that hotel.
Yeah.
in that hallway. It's like, how do you don't come back from that? That's a damning. How do you not look at that and go, yeah, I believe everything this woman's saying?
Everything. I mean, and then you know what they did today? The defense insisted, I forget if it was today or yesterday, but they insisted that she take the stand before the jury was brought in because she's 8 months pregnant. And again, they were like, one of these analysts I'm looking at, they're like, they're pulling out all the stops. I'm like, she walked to the stand on Wednesday by the jury and Monday, and then today they're like, let's have her sit there so that, like, what, you think they're going to forget she's 8 months pregnant? Like, that's not a
What do you mean? Why would they?
Because the defense asked that she just be sitting there because they didn't want the jury to see, like, oh, here comes this pregnant woman again. But it's like she had
like
already
a sympathy kind of a thing.
Yeah, like they just had the idea of like, oh, let's have her there this way, yeah, right? Because they're going to grill her and everything. They thought it would be better, but I'm like, you don't forget somebody's pregnant who walked by you yesterday. Like that's not going to be. That's not a thing.
Plus, they're going to have to get up and she's going to have to get up and leave, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It was tough. She broke down crying. Like the things she said this week were really, really hard. And I give credit. I talked about this a little bit on Wednesday. Alex Fine is her current husband. And, he had to sit there he had to hear some horrific things. I mean, them hitting her with holding her down and golden showering her, him making her sleep with other men and all this weird stuff he had to sit through. And then the toughest thing was they found out, I think they got this out of her on Thursday. She was still going to the freak offs after she broke up with Diddy while she was dating Kid Cudi. So she had started this other relationship, but it turned out that she was still going back to the freak offs. And that had to be really tough to hear as the husband, because it's like she had an out, yet she went back in. And then the defense tried to make it look like she enjoyed these things and she did all that. But it's like, no matter what you say, this woman's out there and she's testifying and she's crying and she's clearly emotional. Like, I don't even think like fucking Meryl Streep, I don't think could have pulled off a performance like this. Like you just get the feeling like this all happened to this girl. And I saw countless accounts from reporters that were like, this was tough to watch. And you can tell this was very, very genuine. And it was hard to, duplicate that kind of, so to this idea that they can be like, well, she really liked it and this is all an act. Like, I think you're putting up a show for the guy you're milking money from is what's happening with the defense team right now, because there's no other explanation for it. But the husband had to sit there and come in and out of court. So today the husband spoke for the first time. He put out a statement, which was read by his attorney, Douglas Wigdor. Fucking, could you think of a better name than Douglas Wigdor? That's the greatest name.
Pretty good.
If I get to a point where I can't even check into a hotel under my name, I'm going to use the name Douglas Wigdor because I can't think of anything better. There's something
you
about
just take two objects and you combine them.
Wig and door.
Douglas couch table.
Douglas Wigdor. And this was the statement. Over the past 5 days, the world has gotten to witness the strength and bravery of my wife freeing herself of her past. I have felt so many things sitting there. I have felt tremendous pride and overwhelming love for Cass. I have felt profound anger that she has been subjected to sitting in front of the person who tried to break her. All of those who helped him along the way, please know this. You did not break her spirit nor her smile. That lights up every room. You did not break the soul of a mother who gives the best hugs and plays the silliest games with our little girls. You did not break the woman who has made me a better man. Cassie saved Cassie. She alone broke free from the abuse, coercion, violence, and threats. She did the work of fighting the demons that not only a demon himself could have done to her. Yeah, that was it.
Man.
That's tough. I can't even hear about your wife's ex-boyfriends, let alone sit in a court and he had to hear for 5 straight days about how all the things that my wife,
Terrible, awful things that happened to her.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I can't believe they're not in there going like, we got to get, plead this, do something, get out of this courtroom in some way, shape, or form. But it's going on. It's continuing. And the weird thing was, and it's not like, again, they're like doing all these little tricks and things. One of the guys that Diddy paid to come in here and do these things to her was on the stand the day before. Like, he was on the stand at the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
He corroborated all the stuff. Oh, okay. Here, you want to know what's really nuts and insane? This guy a couple years ago goes down in Trump Doral. He's got like a hotel golf. I think it's I don't know, resort, whatever the fuck it is. He's in there and he's shooting at cops. This was a few years ago. This crazy white guy, big white guy. He's shooting at cops. There's video footage of it everywhere. So obviously they arrest him, right? They got him in a holding cell and, they're talking to him and they're trying to get him to confess and do all these things. And he turns around and he tells this crazy. He's like, you want to hear something? He's telling the detective. He goes, P. Diddy used to pay me to go and have sex with his girlfriend. He's like, I did it multiple times. And I feel like we might have even covered this. I'm not sure. Or I just remember reading it because I'm like, I vaguely remember this. I'm like, this guy is nuts. He's out of his mind. He is batshit crazy. Like any guy who can go in and just start shooting up a place and cops and all that.
You're not going to take his word for gospel. You're going to disbelieve everything he says.
Exactly. Turns out he was telling the truth, 100% the truth. So I forget who it was in the thing said, oh, no. I saw him at the party. He was there. He was one of the people. Oh, Cassie said it. Cassie goes, yeah, no, it's true. That was one of the guys.
Man.
I was like, what planet are we living on?
I don't know.
The things that we used to go, this is crazy. There's no possible way. And then all of a sudden it's real. It's true.
How long are they saying this trial is supposed to last?
2 months.
2 months. And then, I mean, how is this guy is going to, there's no way he gets away with all this, right? There's got to be.
I can't see it. I mean, I can't, even if you think she's lying a little bit, even if you think that, her temper and that tape could do some down. Like, there's no way all those jurors don't go, he did this.
Yeah, this is all 100% believable.
Yeah.
There's so many witnesses. There's so many. I mean, I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but weren't there alleged tapes or recordings of this?
Supposedly, but I do know they played the tape of the hotel beating, which we saw, right?
Right.
And then they showed them photos from a freak off. Only the jury. So the judge cleared the courtroom. All the reporters had to leave, and only the jury got to see photos from the freak offs. Now, I don't know what photos they saw, but the Daily Mail just published some old photos that supposedly Diddy put out on Instagram or Twitter or whatever at the time back in 2017. He put out these photos and then he immediately deleted them. But it's the internet. So somebody got them and got screenshots, and now the Daily Mail grabbed it. And it's nothing incriminating, but it just shows you like all the people who was at the freak off parties. And now that Cassie Ventura is testifying, people are starting to put together, oh, well, then this incident specifically happened at this freak off. And who were the other people that were there at the time? And one of the photos showed Bieber, right? One of the photos showed Kim Kardashian and Kanye West because they were married. They were newly married at the time, and a couple of other celebrities. But the link here, which I find really crazy, is Naomi Campbell, the former supermodel. She's in these photos and several others. Like, so these are like unearthed photos, I guess you could say. So she's in those, but we've seen her in photos at other Diddy parties, and she's all over Epstein's his little black book and everything. Like, she ran in that circle. I can't say that she did anything wrong because she sued the shit out of me. So barring the allegedly label, isn't this a little strange that enemy of the state 1 and 2 as far as large trafficking and horrific things, in this centuries go. She is involved with both of those people.
I feel like in that world, there's probably going to be a few crossovers, no?
Probably, but I don't know. There's a lot of other alleged, and then there's all these fake, lists and everything that goes on. What drives me crazy? People are like, "Oh, so and so already published the list." Like, no, they didn't. Stop saying. Nobody has the actual real list. We've got flight logs. We've got little black book. We don't have the whole full complete thing. But in all of that evidence and things and corroborations of people who saw other people there and who have said it, Naomi Campbell's name has popped up a ton. And that is really
yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty fucking suspect,
I wonder if any of these people get dragged into to testify and all this stuff, or in some way get roped in somehow. If there's any alleged connection.
Yeah, because I wonder if they are going to get some big people. Now, if you remember, I don't know if you remember, but Diddy had a reality show, and we actually did cover this. He had a reality show where he was putting like a band together, and he wound up calling
yeah,
Danity Kane. So 2 of the girls from that band, let me see, Dawn and Aubrey O'Day. Now, Aubrey O'Day we talked about because Aubrey O'Day spoke out against Diddy, but never fully committed to saying like the worst, right? But she was always like, she left the group. She just was like, I just wouldn't do the things that he wanted to. And people even pressed after a while. They're like, professionally, or she was like professionally and personally. She's like, I just won't go where he wants me to go. And she was really vocal. She was one of the first to speak up against him because nobody ever did. But she would never be like, it's because of the things. She just would never go into specifics. But supposedly they saw her and she arrived in New York City, and Dawn from Danity Kane is going to be there and testifying as well. These are not mega stars, but they were in the limelight for a while there. So they are some recognizable names that are going to come and testify in all this. But you got to wonder, like, I keep watching clips of 50 Cent. Like, this guy he's pure electric. He's unbelievably good. He was clowning on Diddy because supposedly they had an interaction and Diddy ran into him early on and he was like, I'm going to take you shopping. And 50 Cent took that as such an insult. It's funny. I wouldn't take that as an insult. I'd be like, oh, I'm a rapper. I just became a huge rapper. And now one of the biggest rappers in the game wants to like take me out. But 50 Cent took it as like he was flirting with him and got really offended and was like, I'm not fucking going. Like, you're not taking me shopping, And he was doing this on, I think this one was on Hot 97. Again, he goes on Power 105 and Hot 97 both. So I can't remember what clip I saw where we were talking about what. But then basically they were like recounting it that Meek Mills, who they believe Diddy had a relationship with, it was the same playbook. And there was photos of them like wearing the same shirt and everything like that. And 50 Cent was basically like, look, this is what happens to you. Like you become his boyfriend. He's like, that would have been me if I would have went fucking shopping with him. I didn't, Meek Mills did. And he, did whatever. Because I guess the inference, like, if Meek Mills is gay, he's gay. But they're all kind of saying that Diddy flipped him just so that Meek Mills could make it, could be famous. So that's a lot. Like the 50 Cent stuff that's out there now is just crazy.
Didn't he say he was making didn't he say he was making a whole big documentary?
Yeah, but they kept holding it back because of all. I think they're really holding it back
till the trial, probably till after the trial.
Yeah, because who wants to? You
don't want to mess with anything.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, and speaking of Bieber, because we just mentioned him, there's a Hulu documentary that in 2022 he sold his catalog. Now, this is great because you don't. Even if we talked about this, you wouldn't remember, and you certainly don't know how much Bieber's catalog would be worth. But take a guess on what, like if I told you Bieber sold his catalog, what number would you put on that? And this is fun for everybody in the live chat. You can comment below right now. What?
An entire catalog of songs.
In 2022. So this is 3 years ago. But I don't know if he's had a real big hit in the last 3 years. I think his last huge hit was maybe Sorry. And I think that was pre-2022. So take a guess on what Bieber could get for his catalog. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to hold on. Bruce Springsteen sold his catalog, right?
Mm.
And I'm going to give you the number because I just want some frame of reference. So Bruce Springsteen, who has been going since the 70s, sold his catalog in 2021 for $550 million.
I was gonna guess the Bieber thing was close to 500 mil, but
Right.
since it's probably a smaller catalog, but it is Bieber, I'd say
because that's the
300 mil.
trade-off. That's the
Yeah.
trade-off. He's not been around as long, but he's kind of a bigger pop star in the modern era than Bruce Springsteen.
I'd say 300 mil.
Close to Mercury, what she's saying, 250. Paul says 400, only 20 mil for Bird. That's hilarious. DJ Shenanigans said 100. Robin 120. 75 mil from Rhonda coming in. The actual amount was $200 million.
That seems low.
That seems low, right? Doesn't that seem really low?
I mean, and you get to own all his music.
Everything. Lock, stock, and barrel. Everything.
Why would he give that up? Why would anybody sell their shit like that?
He was broke. That's what this documentary reveals. He was totally broke.
I get that. But wouldn't you, owning your music, now you have the ability to sell commercial rights. Like if a commercial or if a show or if a movie wants to use your music,
right? They
pay you for that.
Right. That's what the value is, right?
Yeah. So just shop it around.
You're saying sell a couple of songs, go throw a couple songs in some movies and TV shows and commercials.
Exactly. And not only that, go on tour again. Bieber could sell out a stadium if he wanted to, any stadium around the world, probably.
Yeah. Oh, he couldn't. Remember when he had the weird eye thing? He was having health problems. He had to cancel a tour, so he couldn't go out and tour. He knew he couldn't tour for like a year, so that option was out. So you have to be in such dire straits because what licensing a song or two, what is that going to bring you? Tops 5 mil, 10 mil, maybe.
Okay.
Think of how bad of position you need to be in financially, where 10 million is not going to save you, not going to bail you out.
Jeez.
Because I mean, think of all this overhead, security, and chauffeurs and cooks, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Homes, upkeep.
Yeah, maybe sell a home or two.
You would think so, but he wanted to start a family. He had the health thing. So I'll save you from having to sit through this Hulu documentary. Long story short, he sells his catalog for $200 million, starts the family to get out of all the shit. But I just
do what you got to do, I guess.
I can't. How much longer until he just says, "Oh, I was molested by Diddy"? Like, I mean, it's got to be. I get some people can never bring themselves to say it, but it has to be. There's no fucking way. This guy he was too young. Knowing everything you know about Diddy now, he was around him too young. He's all fucked up. Clearly something happened to him somewhere. Seems like all these young pop stars, male or female, have that story of, hey, this executive took advantage of me, whatever it was. It's always a different.
I wonder if he could be brought in to testify.
I don't know. I don't really. I don't know.
I
don't know. I don't know if he would. And I think the same thing too about Kanye. Kanye now tells us him and his cousin used to trade BJs. Okay, now Kanye's going out and saying everybody that he's gay. He's basically telling people he's gay. I actually watched I don't really fuck with the Kanye stuff. I can't
with him anymore. I'm done with him.
And we don't bring him up on the show. It's the same thing with OJ. I see no redeeming quality in bringing him up anymore. But I did watch a clip, and I don't even know why I did, because I usually just blow past everything. I see the crazy headlines. I don't even click on it. It's clickbait that's not even worth clicking on, really. But for whatever reason, I watched this video, and he's screaming about how he's the leader, and you got to follow him. And then he's like, but I just go along with the flow, and I'm not one of these powerful people. But just the inane blabberings of somebody with mental struggles who should be in a padded room, right?
Yeah, I get that. But I feel like the all the Nazi stuff he keeps throwing around. He can't keep. I mean, maybe he has mental health issues, but enough.
I think it's
Maybe he
all
does.
mental
Maybe he
health.
doesn't. What?
I think it's all mental health. I think it's all mental health.
Well, then someone's got to step in and help this guy in some way, because he just put out an album with Nazi stuff all over it. It's like it's insanity, right, at this point.
It's crazy. But he said, but in that clip, he was like, I'm gay. He's going on and on. And I'm like, this guy doesn't really hold back. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, if he's just going to go blurt it all out, why hasn't he blurted it all out on Diddy yet? Like, why hasn't he just run the gamut on everything? Because he had to see. He's in these photos. He's in the late night scene. He had to see these things.
I don't, because maybe it would be telling on himself too.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. And that's probably the reason, But
who knows?
I don't know. Allegedly, but I just feel like he would say it. It has to come out, There's part of me that feels like if this is true, it would have to come out here. And the fact that it hasn't makes me feel like a little uncomfortable, but it's not like I'm doubting Cassie or anything like that.
No, I'm not. I mean, I feel like this all seems not far-fetched for this to this stuff to go on, especially after seeing stuff like that video of her getting, of him attacking her in the hotel.
Video so brutal.
That is insane. Also, the stories about these freak off things, and it's like everything kind of adds up to that.
The one where they held her down and they weed on her made me so like, when you have somebody, she was on ecstasy, like she couldn't get up. Like, I hate, there's something about that. We were talking about this last episode. We were talking about The Last of Us, how I don't like the claustrophobia, or you can't get out, like being held down and you can't get up, and they're like laughing and enjoying it. There's something about that
It's
really
a humiliation.
enrages me.
It's a degrading, like you're not human anymore. You're just you're a thing. They treat you like a thing.
Yeah.
And not even a valuable thing, a piece of garbage.
Remember that nerdy kid in our high school? I think his name was John. Blonde hair, glasses. I think he wound up, I don't remember if he finished, or I can't remember if he like just freaked out and left, or if he wound up graduating with us. Maybe he was like second behind the valedictorian, whoever that guy was. Remember, there was a valedictorian who was he was a nerd, but he was kind of well spoken. He was cool with everybody. He was like, there's just the smartest guy,
Mm.
And then this guy, and we went to freshman camp. We had this thing in our high school. Well, this is bad. Letting out a lot of camp. Frank and I went to an all boys high school, and then they had a retreat in upstate New York where there weren't phones.
It was all in the up and up. Everything was fine.
I just hear everybody going, sure it was. Sure it was. But anyway, they had this thing where, like, before you went to the school, you went to freshman camp, so you can get to know everybody. And it's a tough time, right? Because you want to fit in and you don't want to be the person who's out. And like, but like the cream rising to the top, the douchebags rise to the top, right? Like, and they start making fun of the nerdy kids, and they made fun of this kid. And I remember somebody pouring water over his head, and it pissing me off. And I'm about to say something, like, it happened. I was across the room. It happened. And just the kid's eyes, I'll never forget his eyes. Never. That emptiness he felt. You could just see it. You could see it in his eyes. And I just thought, how could you be so shitty? Like, it's one thing you're goofing around, you throw what, but it was just like so mean and nasty how it happened. The kind of thing that it burns in your mind. 30 years later, I could still fucking see the kid's face. And he got in, some teacher came in and broke it up, and he got in trouble. And then everybody like really like kind of rallied around the kid for the rest of the week. So it did have a little bit of a happy ending to it. But I remember that kid had a lot of trouble. He struggled a lot because people gave him shit for years in high school, for years. It was really, really bad. But that moment was one of those things where it was like, when you see something and then you look around for somebody to help, like, are you all seeing how wrong this is? and nobody's really moving or doing anything. This all happened in a split second. But that feeling of like, there's nobody there to help this kid. And, you know, it was like, you don't forget those things. So to hear that shit from her, fucking terrible.
It's terrible. When people are treated in any kind of way like that, it's awful.
Yeah. Where the fuck is? What is that thing?
Hey, it's just I have to flip my camera around for this one, and it can't be on me.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is it just has to be pointing away. So I just wanted it on something while I explain the rules for the game.
What's that orange birdie's name?
Pigwidgeon.
Pigwidgeon?
Pigwidgeon. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Why Pigwidgeon? What does that mean?
I don't know. It was just a thing from Harry Potter. I always thought that was a cute name, but when I found out the name, Harry Potter was like nothing. It was just like the first book, and I was like, no one's ever gonna learn this name, so I'll just name him that. And then it blew up, and then it was like, oh, you got it from Harry Potter, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. But back then it was nothing, and I thought, anyway, he doesn't look like one.
Can I make a suggestion? You know, a better name. What he really looks like to me, Douglas Wigdor. Douglas Wigdor.
Douglas Wigdor.
That's a Douglas Wigdor if I've ever seen one. Wait, Paul wants to rename it Cuck Plush.
Oh.
Yeah. Last episode, you guys missed it, but we determined that we are the most cuckiest podcast. We discuss cucking more on this podcast. That's not like an actual cuck lifestyle podcast.
We got the silver medal.
Yeah. Are there cuck lifestyle podcasts?
Oh, there has to be. There has to be.
Besides this one?
But I was, you know what I'm assuming? I didn't actually go look and see. There has to be. There has. You know what I'm getting now? I'm getting the swinger podcasts. Like I'm getting swinger podcast clips. Like I swear to God, I don't know what happened to my algorithm, but I come across this thing, and this woman goes, you shouldn't be afraid to ask people for their STD test before you swap with them. I'm like, what is? I'm like, wow. But you know what? That's good. You need things like that in the world. You need podcasts that cover every little corner of the world, the planet.
Well, Pigwidgeon wants nothing to do with it. It looks like.
Yeah, he's around.
He doesn't want to watch this.
He's too little.
Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, we booked a cruise. We've been talking about it. You know, I feel Frankie and Erin are like cruise aficionados. This is like our first family cruise.
I love cruises.
The last time I was on a cruise, it was on like an actual boat. You know, now these are like mega ships. So I feel like I've actually never really been on a cruise, you know? But like I'm in the cruise algorithm. I'm in the, these people are going, they're like, oh, hold on. They're like, I have every little detail on like make sure when you go to unlock your door, you just turn it this much. And I'm like, oh, I gotta write this down. Hold on, wait, you got to
you got to go with all the ins and outs, all the tricks, all the tips, all the how do this one serves free stuff and this one doesn't, but go to this one at this time.
Don't bring this, bring that. Those are good.
Yeah. Stuff to bring, yeah.
If the word tips and cruise are on the thumbnail, play button automatic. I am in. You have my attention. I'm like, give me a tip. Let me tell you how lame this is. My fucking algorithm stinks. This guy goes, here's the 7 tips you need, right? All right. Tip number 1 is learn the person. What would they call the people who deal with your stateroom? Stateroom attendant?
Okay.
Is that what they call them? They like make the bed and clean it up.
Attendant, room attendant. Yeah.
Room attendant. He goes, learn the room attendant's name. He's like, because you don't want to be like midweek seeing this person every day. Like you're going to see them all the time. You don't want to be midweek and then you don't know their name or you're mispronouncing their name. I was like, oh, that's a good tip. And then I thought about it and I was like, when you catch yourself in the mirror, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm just.
Well, that is a good tip that you're supposed to. I think that's just a calm. I feel like that's a courteous thing. I would.
It's on the mirror. They leave a card with their name. Like it's fine.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. See, that's
and throughout the week, you ask them for stuff, extra towels.
Hold on. We're gonna clip this and give it as the 3 cruise tips. Give me 2 more tips, you guys. Let's go. We got a whole viral thing going here.
Let's see, more cruise tips.
Rub your belly counterclockwise when you're
Ooh.
stuffed and think you might throw
A
up.
good time to do all the stuff that's on the boat is at a stop that you don't want to get off the
Oh, that's an obvious one. I've heard that a billion.
Okay.
Well, then, all right.
Okay, well, they give you a cruise, they called it the patter when I was younger. It's probably not that. But the cruise thing, read it all. Read it all, because then
the
you're like, I didn't
itinerary.
know that.
Yeah.
The itinerary, but also the first day, they're like, here are some tips, and you're like, I know that. And then it's like, no, actually I didn't know that. So read everything.
Okay, that's a good tip. Read the thing.
It's not that big. It's not like Moby Dick. It doesn't take that long, and it really, and it's almost one of those things where it's like, I didn't know that. It's like, well, we told you. So they don't have to, what I mean?
It was in the book. It was in
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just realized that I didn't even have to do that. I just turned my camera off. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I'm like, I have to get a bird.
The guy disappeared. What happened to Douglas Wigdor?
I forgot that I could just turn my camera off until I'm ready. Whoops.
Bring back Wigdor. Bring back Wigdor. No, but that is a good tip, the stateroom thing. But I just felt like I'm such a fucking loser. Like I just felt like
why? That's good stuff.
I don't know. That's bad. The other tip I saw was go to the buffet and get 2 chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Then go back to the pool where the soft serve is and ask them to put the soft serve on the chocolate chip.
That is a good tip.
I'm like, that's fat fuck thinking right there. That's so fat.
That's a great tip.
Also, what I was thinking is just get some food that doesn't have to go in the fridge, and just get it before you go to bed, because if you wake up in the middle of the night, like, I don't know, it's not your house, you have to go out and get food. So just have some stuff that, is
little snacks.
Yeah, little snacks.
This is great because you guys could actually corroborate this or not. I heard this tip because we do have the drink package. You guys always get the drink package, or most of the time?
Except for our first time, yeah.
Always. Okay. So the tip I got was, I guess, beers and like what are they called? Like White Claws, the seltzers and all that. So I guess that's part of the drink. You can get like a seltzer. Somebody said get a bunch of them and put them in your room in the fridge, and then when you go to a port, you can put it in like a cooler bag and take it with you, so you don't have to pay for drinks when you're in port. Is that true? Can you do that?
I'm not supporting that. I don't mess around with other people and their rules. I don't.
Yeah, that might be a risky thing to do.
That's what I thought.
You know what?
They said like it was okay. Like they didn't say it might be illegal in some country, but I don't know. They didn't address it. That's what I had that thought too. But then I was like,
because where are you going to drink it? You can't. I don't think you could drink it outside anywhere really. Depending on the country. Most
of the Caribbean beaches, they serve alcohol there anyway.
Well, probably true if you're on the beach, maybe. But again, I don't know if you can get off the ship with alcohol. I don't know.
But can you will they give you a seltzer not opened? Because I was like, you would think they would open it.
It's funny you should say that, because they used to. The last cruise we went on, they didn't, and I know that because I was a little bad. The last few days, I took 1 Red Bull a day, and they gave it to me unopened, and then I just put it in my luggage, and I just had a few when we came home because they're so expensive. But it wasn't like it was alcohol; it was just Red Bull. But here's the thing: I read when we got off the ship, I saw an article that said that they're going to start opening things because of people who are hoarding them. They have the drink package; they go to 2 different bars, they get things, and then they either take them home or take them out. And they're, it almost feels like who spoiled the party for everyone. It's like people who did that.
Take advantage. Yeah, people who take advantage.
I think they do open everything, usually.
They're going to start opening everything, yeah.
Do you know, is it timed? Could you get a drink one right after could you go to 2 different bars in 5 minutes and still get a drink at each bar?
Probably.
As long as you are not giving them away. If you give them away, then your package is invalidated. So as long as you're if you take a sip and you don't like it, you can just have another. That's fine. It's just you can't share, and you can't get so intoxicated you're going to die.
Right. You guys told me that not to hand it off to somebody because they
want.
Yeah,
they're very. You can't do that shit because that's another drink package. You can't. They're not gonna let you share your drink package.
Okay. You think early on they cracked down on it and let it go, or you think the whole time?
What do you mean?
Like my parents are going to be there, not like they're big drinkers, but like the idea of just like ordering a drink and giving it to them, I feel
Don't
like
risk it. Don't risk it.
I
people
don't
are
know.
like people are saying that with the gummies. I was looking up. I'm like, can you bring gummies on it?
No,
Everybody is saying don't do it. Do
no,
not
don't
they don't. They,
do
I
it.
think they have zero tolerance for that shit.
There's news stories about people who are like, but it's legal in Colorado, and it's like, are you kidding me? Did you think
It's
this would
not.
come out?
Yeah, it's not. Even though it is legal in a lot of places, it's on the ship. They're like they said every cruise line.
Yes.
Every single cruise line has the same policy when it comes to this. Even though things are wide open now and legal in a lot of places, it doesn't. Because
you can't take that stuff on board.
And I'll tell you why.
Mm.
This is my thought on why. They would never sell a drink. That would cut their drink package revenue in half, I bet.
Probably.
Of course.
You know, because people would be like, I'm not going to spend all that money. You know, I'll buy a drink or two and have my little gummy and be fine, you know? So
you can't see me, but my knee is shaking, and I never shake, but I'm so scared that you're not coming back from this. It's going to be like Broke Down Palace starring Anthony and Anthony's parents. Please come back to us. Don't try anything that you even think.
I'll tell you why. We're going to St. Martin, St. Thomas.
Yep.
I don't even know. I'm making some of these up. We're in that area. A prison there would be better than living with my kids here. Okay, a Caribbean prison. I don't care. Give me the worst. Give me what's the worst? Haiti? What's the worst? Not Haiti. Cuba? Is Cuba? I'll take a Cuban prison.
Oh boy.
Over the freedom of America and my children. Just,
my God. Okay. So.
All right. Sorry. I do have to say this because I put it in the description. SCOTUS blocked POTUS today. The Aliens and Seditions Act said it can't use that one. Not justifiable as far as the invasion portion of it. There's other things he can use, which he'll probably still try and do, but 7-2. It was a big watch yourself, Trump, moment in the Supreme Court earlier today. So that's worthy of note.
Good.
And
Fuck him.
I think there was one other thing I put in the thing. Can somebody read the description back to me?
I don't have it in front of me.
I think there was another thing. Hold on. I go into our own channel. What was it? Oh, no, that was it. Other assorted topics and such. They might. Oh, did you see that? We did this last episode, but I have to ask your opinion. The two of the Spice Girls hooked up with each other?
What?
Yeah. See, you didn't know that either.
No.
Erin, did you know that?
No.
Which ones?
Scary Spice and Ginger Spice, the two hottest one for me. Okay, I said this. Everybody had a rank of the Spice Girls. I still remember what mine was. It still holds true today. It was Ginger Spice, Scary Spice, Ginger Spice 1, Scary Spice 2, Posh Spice 3, Sporty Spice 4, and the Baby Spice 5. I'm one of the rare people to put Sporty Spice not in last place.
Okay, so you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. And while you're thinking about it, I think they intentionally made Sporty Spice look ugly because when you first saw her, you were like, "Oh, clearly she's the ugliest." But then as the years went on,
I don't think she's.
No, she's kind of gorgeous. I think they just made her look not as pretty as the other ones. She's gorgeous. I saw her
I think she's. I don't know. I think she's pretty. I would put her. I would go so far. I'd say. Let's say. Posh.
But in the beginning, if you remember, she was always wearing like a loose T-shirt, like gym.
She was sporty. She was the athletic one.
Her hair was not right. It was like up straight, and it wasn't good. Like when I saw her in a dress, and like she was like she did her hair. I was like, oh my god, this girl's gorgeous. Okay, so anyway, good. You got your list.
I'd say Posh, Scary.
Posh is 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scary, Sporty, Ginger, Baby. Ginger
is 4th for you?
Yeah, she never.
This is Metallica Dave Matthews all over again. We just can't get on the same page. Erin, do you want to rank Spice Girls in the order which you'd like to sleep with them in?
No, that was my blind top 5, and now you ruined it.
Oh shit! Sorry.
What are the odds?
No, but you know what was weird? My sister used to always be like justice for Sporty Spice because she could really sing well, and my sister felt like she was the only person. You know, we were in college at the time.
Your
And she was like
sister-
the only person who could, like, you know, she just used to like get her sandwich board, ring her bell, walk up and down our street, like, Melanie C's the only one who can, sing. And I'm like, nobody
She can
cares.
sing.
No, she's a billion. I'm on your sister's side here. She's a 1,000,000,000% right. That was so true. She was a great singer, and they
She
made her.
has her own stuff now. She's on her own, and she
But
has
in
her
that
own
group-
albums and shit.
In that group, they were like, put the ugly one on the left, all the way in the back. You know, they treated her like a
She's
pariah.
not ugly. She's not ugly.
Where'd you put her? 3?
No, but they didn't do
Great.
her any favors, Frank. They really didn't.
They
Frank,
made her
I mean,
look bad.
she looked like a construction worker half the time. It was bizarre.
Yes, they intentionally made her look bad. I can't believe you put her over Ginger, though. That's a nutty take. That's insane.
Ginger's, I don't know. Not my type.
Oh, so hot. So hot. Just the thought of those two rolling around in a bed. Holy shit.
Which two was it?
Scary Spice and Ginger Spice.
All right.
I can't even believe I made it on this podcast with that thought in my head. You know what I'm saying? I took the time. But anyway, Erin C is here. It is game time. I am loving the new game involving Douglas Wigdor. Explain what's going on here, Erin. Are we getting Douglas back on camera?
Sure. Later, though.
Okay.
He's our Vanna.
So he's turning tiles. I like that.
Yeah. So unfortunately, this one is a little like, I don't want it to be Blair Witch, but I need to hold my camera up to 2 grids that I made. Well, Frank made the grid, but then I filled it in, so he doesn't know what's on them. But good for you, babe. You did a really great job. So here's the thing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have a grid of 20 on the left. And we don't have to go to 20. If it gets too late, we can just be like, the one with the most wins. So it's going to be 20 stars. And then on the right, there's going to be 20 of their favorite drinks. And it's one of those kind of like memory or match. You guys are going to take turns where you pick one of them, one of the stars, and then I'm going to pan over to the 20 drinks. And if you get one, then you get a point. And we're going to, it doesn't have to, we don't have to solve all 20, as I said. And the last thing is there's only one. You guys can both see the chat, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the only monkey wrench in it. First of all, don't look it up, guys, at home. We always have that rule. And second of all, I got this from the American Bartenders School, because the reason I say that is because I excluded 2 because they were not correct. So if you are taking issue with it, I got it all from the same site and they all said that. So, and the third thing is, okay, so here's the thing about the chat. Even if you guys want to go against the chat, you can't. You have to pick somebody who you have to pick something. You have to agree with someone in the chat. You can't go on your own. Okay.
We can't pick our own thing. We have to agree with what someone said.
You can pick which one, but you can't go rogue. It has to be something that somebody says in the chat. You know what I'm trying to say? You can pick which one you want from the peanut gallery, if you will, from the chat, but you cannot go against them.
Wow. Okay. So we can't have our own.
No.
We have to say something that someone in the chat said.
Yes. So chat, be active.
I'm a little confused. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's okay. It's one of those, as usual with my games. Once you play it, it's easier then, but I just wanted to try.
I'm worried because I'm terrible at memory. I feel like I'm going to get my ass kicked here.
It's going to be fine. I'd never throw you into any ocean where you couldn't swim.
Yeah. The only thing you have to remember is if one was said already. Like if
and I'll exit out if you get it. It's fine. It's fine. It's more memory is more the idea of the boxes of the cards.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can
you
Frank
ready?
go first?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to cuck here. I'm just going to watch. I'm going to sit in the corner and watch.
Okay. All right. So can you make me big, Ant?
There you go.
Okay. So this is a grid that has Scarlett Johansson, Pamela Anderson, if Ant, you're big again. Mario Lopez, Madonna, Matthew McConaughey / Keanu Reeves, Mary-Kate Olsen, Angelina Jolie, Joe Pesci, Vince Vaughn, Andy Garcia, Beyonce, Benedict Cumberbatch, Christina Ricci, Donnie Wahlberg, Kim Kardashian, Sally Field, Lady Gaga, and Chevy Chase. Who would you like first, Frank?
Oh, I got it. Let me go. I got this one. I'll take the rapists for 300.
That's therapists.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Good.
Very good. I will go with Joe Pesci.
Okay. Now you have these. Sorry, it's going to be a little Blair Witchy. You have
this
these
is
20
fancy as fuck.
drinks. So it's
God.
tequila, vodka, Red Bull, white wine spritzer, grasshopper, Long Island iced tea, White Russian Mai Tai, pomegranate martini, gin martini, pickleback shot, which is pickle juice and whiskey, a Negroni, champagne, red wine, pina colada, Jack Daniels, white wine, Aperol spritz, Jameson on the rocks, margarita, or Miller Lite beer. Now,
Oh boy.
people in the chat start writing what you think. And then this could even be like a first person to get a match wins. Like, I don't know. I did 20. I probably should have done 10. But I just think big, people.
Okay, so for people in the chat, you have to tell me which drink you think Joe Pesci's favorite drink is from that list. And I have to pick one of yours. I can't pick my own thing. So I need a bunch of answers here. Bird says Jameson. Okay, that's the first one in.
We should have played this as the loser has to take a pickleback shot, because that sounds like the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
What was it? Pickle and what?
Pickleback shot is pickle juice and whiskey. Start thinking about, Ant, for who you think said that for when I go to your turn.
DJ Shenanigan says pina colada. Christella says Miller Lite. Red wine says Mercury. Oh boy.
By the way, coincidentally, Frank's favorite drink is a white wine spritzer.
They're underrated. Rhonda says vodka. Interesting. I think he seems like a straight whiskey guy. So a Jaeger bomb says Flying Y. Pick the pickle says Raven.
That's a good campaign.
I think I'm going to go Jameson.
No, that's not right.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So we know that. Yeah. So we know Joe Pesci does not go for the Jameson thing.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Do you want to do the same thing as Frank, or do you want to take the Jameson and decide which one this is? Do you know what I'm trying to say? You can take the Jameson and pick the person, or you can pick a person and start fresh.
I can flip it.
Yes.
Flip it for real. Now, you could pick Joe. You could keep going with Joe Pesci, or you could pick someone else.
No. You can pick someone fresh, or you can pick which one is Jameson.
I could try and match the Jameson, the one that you chose. That was wrong. Is what she's saying. I think I'm going to do that.
But you got to go with what people say in the chat.
I have to pick one person.
Anybody who says something, you have to go.
Okay.
All right. You know what? I'm going to abandon that rule. Sorry, guys.
No, I like the rule. No. That's a good rule.
Because I feel like okay.
Yeah, we'll get a bunch of them. Obviously, right. We'll have some choices. But if they don't pick that, because I know who I'm thinking with Jameson right now.
Thanks for giving me honest, Ant.
And if that doesn't come up, then I'm screwed. So
you can't do it.
Then I can't do it. That's why I like that. Okay. All right. Who do you guys think is fuck? Who's going to beat Jameson Benedict? That's pretty fucking funny. I don't think it's Benedict Cumberbatch. Lady Gaga for Jameson, says Bird. Oh, I guess I shouldn't say. All right, because there's two now who I think it could be.
What do you think, Pat? Let's go. Let's get some answers.
This panning is very calming. I like that a lot. I'm gonna go. All right, since there's only two, I feel like it's a little delayed. I'm gonna break out on my own here. I'm taking some liberties.
So you are gonna. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say Donnie Wahlberg.
No.
So you're going against the rules.
It's okay. It's all right, because I don't want to make people feel like and also the idea that they didn't mean that for that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Please keep typing, people, but we don't have to go with you only because of delays. Okay. So now, no, it is not that. Frank, you get to start over, unless you want to do Donnie Wahlberg and pick the drink, or you can start fresh with another person.
Okay, I'm going to go with Donnie Wahlberg and say, I think he's a Miller Lite.
No. Do you want to do Miller Lite or start over with a new person?
No, I want to start with. Can I start with Donnie Wahlberg?
Yep. Yes.
I think I'm gonna say Donnie's a tequila guy because his brother's got a tequila company.
That is awesome, but no.
Damn. Oh, when you said that as well, I got so fucking excited.
Okay. Do you want to do tequila or do you want to start fresh with a new person?
I'm gonna go back to Joe Pesci.
Okay. Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci seems like a Red Bull. I'll say White Russian.
No.
Okay.
Aunt, do you want to do White Russian or do you want to start over?
I'm gonna go with Joe Pesci,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say. I thought somebody said it a second ago. I'm gonna say the Negroni.
No.
Fuck.
Joe Pesci, Gin Martini.
Yes.
Oh,
One for me.
You won an Erin. There's your prize.
And I want an Erin. Excellent.
Guess what? You get to do whatever you want with her. You got
I'd like to thank Joe Pesci.
Every time you guys win one, you get a pig widget.
Hey, buddy.
Was it pig?
Okay.
What was it? Pig widget?
Pig widgeon, like a pigeon, but
pig
widgeon.
Okay, pig widgeon. Got it.
All right. So Anthony, I think you're up.
Aunt, you're up, but you can't do Joe Pesci.
All right, Joe Pesci is out.
Are we keeping score here? It's one for me.
No.
Yeah, Frank's got one. Kim Kardashian. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, this is really tough. Ooh, Andy Garcia.
The last thing he was in.
Maybe the.
I misspelled McConaughey, but that's what that says.
I would never have known.
Ooh, all right, I'm gonna go Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say I gotta say tequila because he started a tequila company.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, I feel as if I'm going off of this website. I'm sorry if I got it wrong, but no,
that's fine.
not.
No.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go Lady Gaga.
Okay.
And champagne.
No.
Oh.
Champagne Supernova?
Sure.
I'm going to go Noel Gallagher, Champagne Supernova. Got it. Quick pig widgeon right in Noel Gallagher. Quick while nobody's looking. Okay, I'm going to go. Oh, I just had something.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody drink any of these celebrities.
I'm going to go Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
And I want to say, I think this interview had to be, or this publish had to be from a few years ago, because I feel like Kim Kardashian would say espresso martini right now, because she's like one of those trendy people. But I'm going to say pomegranate martini for Kim Kardashian.
No.
Damn.
No.
I thought I had.
Frank, do you want to get pomegranate martini, or do you want to guess a person?
I'll say Kim Kardashian. Can I say Kim Kardashian?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Aperol Spritz.
No.
Oh, that's good. I got afraid there. I thought you might have had that one. That's a good one. White wine, Kim Kardashian?
No.
Pina colada, Kim Kardashian.
No.
White wine spritzer, Kim Kardashian.
No.
Tequila, Kim Kardashian.
No.
That would have been so cheap. Look at that useless whore drink. Maybe she's the champagne. I can't remember if you guessed that already. I think you guessed Lady Gaga champagne.
That's the game, my friend. Did I or did I not?
I know. I'm going to say Kim Kardashian champagne.
No.
Fuck.
I'll say Kim Kardashian red wine.
No.
Is red wine on there?
Yes.
Top right.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Pay attention.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going red wine.
Okay. For who?
And let me just look, because I think I know who. I'm going to go with my original instinct, because he's classy as all fuck. Andy Garcia, red wine.
I have to check. No.
Fuck. That's
Negroni Chevy Chase.
No.
This is tough.
Yeah, I shouldn't have put 20.
Oh, Mary-Kate Olsen. Shit.
Mary-Kate Olsen, I thought it was going to be water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pam Anderson's been a tough one. Like I've been trying to think, like, what would Pam Anderson be drinking?
I think I got that one.
Oh, let me go Keanu Reeves. Again, I feel like one of those sophisticated, classy people. I'm going to say Keanu Reeves red wine.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
This is amazing. Pigwidgeon.
I know he's coming. Hold on.
Holy shit. Keanu Reeves red wine. I didn't think I was going to get one right. This is thrilling. That's good. That's the best non-verbal impersonation I've ever seen you do.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, you go again.
Oh, hey, did I go again?
No, you didn't. I'm sorry.
No,
Go
you
ahead.
didn't.
Go ahead.
I'll say Pamela Anderson champagne.
I think you're right.
Oh,
you're
no.
wrong. Sorry. You're not. You're not right.
Thank God.
But honestly, that's what I thought. I'm sorry. Who's champagne?
Robin says Beyonce lemonade.
That's funny.
That is good. Oh, Slash. What do you think, Slash? Oh, Slash Jameson whiskey.
No.
Damn.
I'm gonna say slash Mai Tai.
No.
No,
Okay.
that's crazy.
I felt like being silly.
Slash has got to be hard liquor. I'm going to say, let me see. Jack Daniels is the only other hard liquor left. I'm going to say Slash Jack Daniels.
And you're right.
Oh my God. I'm taking a 2-1. This is unprecedented.
This is some bullshit right here.
This is unprecedented.
I threw away my Mai Tai guess.
That was dumb.
It's Pigwidgeon.
Pigwidgeon. We're killing it. We're killing it. But I like how Pigwidgeon also has an orange marker.
He was pointing out Slash.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, I'm going to say Long Island iced tea, Lady Gaga.
No.
Oh, that's good. That's a good guess because isn't she from here?
I thought she was from
New York. Right. Yeah. I'm going to go because Frank triggered something with the Mai Tai. I'm going to go Mai Tai, Andy Garcia.
No.
Oh, damn.
Wrong with you. I'm going to say Sally Field champagne.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, let go of the champagne, man. He's not helping you.
I'm going to get it right one day. One of these people is going to drink champagne.
Did you say, and is it illegal for me to ask what a grasshopper is?
No, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I'm sorry. It's the only one I don't know what it is. Actually, I don't know what a Mai Tai is either.
Don't feel
but
bad about it, Erin. Listen to me. There's plenty of alcoholics in the live chat. Somebody will be able to help us out.
Yeah.
What a grasshopper is.
I know that joke. Do you know that joke about the grasshopper?
No.
They have a drink named after you. Oh, it's like someone runs into a grasshopper and says, they have a drink named after you. And the grasshopper goes, they have a drink named Irving. Like, it's dumb, but that's the only way I know that it's a drink.
That's not dumb. That's great.
Tell your kids. They'll love it.
That's pretty funny.
Whose turn is it?
Yours.
Oh, okay. Did you say, I can't ask you. I don't know. Beyonce champagne.
No.
Okay.
Wait, Beyonce's not even on this list.
She's on the list.
Is she? Where?
Down. Right there.
Oh, I just saw Mario Lopez for the first time. What's happening? Are you switching lists on me? Can somebody verify this was the same list as the beginning of the game?
You know who's going to verify it?
Oh.
Pigwidgeon?
There he is.
Thumbs up. All right. You going with? As far as nobody picked Scar yet.
What is Scarlett Johansson drink? That's what I want to know.
Scar Joe.
Champagne's still out there. You guessed Beyonce champagne, didn't you?
Maybe.
He's just drinking fucking whiskey like a fucking animal. That's what I need to know too. Bet you it's Sally Field. Fucking Sally Field's motherfucking hardcore. Madonna's wild. I could see Madonna with the Aperol spritzes. I think she's got a place in Italy. I can see that being a thing for her.
Will you pick someone?
All right, I'm gonna go Madonna Aperol Spritz.
No.
Shit.
I'm gonna say Christina Ricci champagne.
No.
Damn it.
I don't know why this made me laugh so hard.
Jeez.
Oh, that's so funny. I think it's because she wrote the C. She used the scent sign. That's
How do you even get that? There's like
I
a
don't
weird
even know.
combination on your keyboard to do that.
Where is that? I don't see that anywhere.
All right, Anthony, it's your turn again.
Man, this 2-1 still. This is tough. Tough game. I'm gonna say, all right, let's go with Pina Colada. I'm going it's nice that we could go the other way. Let's see who loves a pina. Nobody really says I love a fucking pina colada. Going on the cruise, I'm excited to have like 10 pina coladas in an hour.
Oh, they're amazing.
But I wouldn't say it's my favorite drink. Who would say pina colada? Maybe
I think I know who Pina Colada is.
Scarlett Joe, because she doesn't drink a lot.
I have a good Pina Colada guess.
I'm gonna say, I wonder if you're guessing Scarlett. I'm gonna say Scarlett Johansson pina colada.
No.
Damn.
I think Pina Colada is Chevy Chase.
Yes.
Fuck.
Fucking knew it.
2-2.
2-2. I feel like I've seen him drink that in one of the vacation movies where he like has the umbrella and he like spits it out or something. Doesn't that sound familiar?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Even
Like he's
Pigwood
by
just
the
does
pool,
not.
Vegas vacation. He's sitting by the pool or something and he spits out the umbrella because he has his pina colada. I'm pretty sure.
He's
Pigwood
scratching his
just
head.
scratching his head. Yep.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Okay. Who's Grant, you're up.
All right. I'm going to start going with just straight up guesses from the audience here. I'm going to go with DJ Shenanigans saying Gaga and Mai Tai.
No.
Damn it.
All right. Let's see. I'll go with.
Did we ever get a clock on the grasshopper?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I wasn't looking.
I'll go ScarJo Tequila.
No.
So many different combinations here.
I know. I'm going to go with Paul, his guess of the Negroni for the Gaga.
No.
No Negagroni.
I'll go McConaughey with the pickle juice.
No.
That's good. Oh wow, that was good. I got nervous there. It sounds like
Right? Isn't that a good guess?
like a weirdo fucking Texan thing that they would do down there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Fucking Texas people. How about Pam Anderson and the pickleback juice?
No.
Jolie, she's out there. Pickle juice.
She is. She's fucked up.
Are you guessing that, Frank?
Yes.
No.
Damn.
Raven has Christina Ricci and the grasshopper that we don't know what it is.
No. I'm sorry. My screensaver stopped, but no.
Okay. I will go Mario Lopez, Long Island Iced Tea.
No.
Oh, that's good because he's douchey enough to drink that.
Man,
I'm
you're
going
very
back
judgy today.
Yeah, I'm going back to the Raven and Christina Ricci. That she's the pickleback juice.
She is not.
All right, Raven, I got to give up on you. That's 2 in a row.
Donnie Wahlberg pickleback.
Yes.
Oh, fucking Boston
3.
piece of shit.
They have Wahlburgers. I'm sure they've got pickle juice.
Get the pickle from the burger. It's a terrible Boston accent.
That was just fine. Got all this pickle juice here, Donnie.
Donnie, more pickle juice. That sounded like pickled Jews for a second there. I don't know what that means.
For the sake of our show, it means nothing.
It means nothing. Yeah. I'm really upset. Is it 3-2 or 2-2? It's 3-2.
It's 3-2 me. Yeah.
It's
Does
3-2
anybody
you.
else think of cookies when they see or hear Sally Fields' name?
I do.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, she's Mrs. Fields, and that's all I want to hear about it.
What does she drink, Sally? She's older. That's the
Okay.
thing.
They can drink anything they want.
No, but like Negronis, like 20-year-olds don't know what the fuck a Negroni is, but you get a 40-year-old, they know what a Negroni is. 50, 60-year-olds really know what that's.
You don't even know what a Negroni is.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go with Sally Field. I think I got this. Sally Field and the White Russian.
No.
Damn.
But I would see that movie.
That would be good.
Lady Gaga and the White Russian.
No.
Oh.
But I'd see that movie.
Okay. And
you got Donnie Wahlberg and Mario Lopez?
I didn't get Mario Lopez.
Oh, who did Frank get, people-wise?
Joe Pesci, Wahlberg, and Chevy Chase, I think.
Yeah, that's right. All right. I need the blocks here, Aaron. I can't remember who the fuck is...
You got Keanu Reeves and Slash. That is good buddy movie.
My people are cooler. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go Mary Kate, and I'll tell you why. She's next to the other two that I got right. Mary Kate. She's young. Vodka Red Bull.
No.
Damn.
I'll say Mary Kate Aperol Spritz.
No.
Okay, I'm going to go. That was going to be my third guess. My second was going to be Mary Kate. And is Long Island Iced Tea still available?
It is, but that's not her.
Shit.
Oh my God, that would absolutely annihilate her. Annihilates me. Okay.
Mary Kate White Wine Spritzer.
Yes.
Damn it. I can't believe you split Mary Kate from me. Son of a bitch.
That's 4-2, fella.
Fuck.
And I know that I was focusing on it, but it's just because I just rested on my knee.
No, nobody's going to accuse you of signaling, Frank. He wouldn't get it. He wouldn't get a signal anyway.
What's a signal?
Ooh.
All right. How about Sally Field and the Grasshopper?
That's right. And another
wow.
great movie.
Wow.
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. All right. Mercury has a good one here.
Sorry. Is that 4-3 now?
Yeah.
4-3 me, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can I get Pigwidgeon on camera? And now go back to it.
You don't have to keep switching it off. You just toss Pigwidgeon.
I just don't want you guys to get sick.
You don't want to break the fourth wall of your hand coming
No,
into the screen.
it's more the idea that I don't want you guys. I said I don't want this to be like Blair Witch, where it's like your Blair Pigwidgeon, where you're like running.
No, that's a good. All right.
I think Mercury has a good guess here. Andy Garcia Negroni.
Who's saying that? Is that you?
I'm saying, yeah.
You're right, and she's right.
Thank you, Mercury.
Wait a second. Didn't I guess that?
No.
You did not.
Are we sure?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you didn't.
I thought I guessed that in the beginning.
I don't think you did.
Maybe I thought it. I know I guessed him in the Mai Tai.
Sorry, that's our couch. If you did we do Pigwidgeon? I don't even know what's going on anymore. If you did, I'll go back and look, and if you did, I don't know what I'll do.
All right, I'm going to play this under protest, and I'd like a full review from the commissioner on Monday, please.
All right, that's Pigwidgeon and glasses, but okay. That's the commissioner.
We've got to do it now. Great. Now we got to film it. Now we get like WWE style with like the Pigwidgeon sitting behind the desk with the glasses. It's a little like diploma that just says commissioner behind it.
That's it. That's all he needs.
Oh shit! After reviewing the tape,
Frank and I paid for 6 months of commissioner school, so he's gonna use it. All right, let's see. We have quite a few.
Man,
that was really
good. Pamela Anderson, Grasshopper.
No, that was already.
Grasshopper's already taken.
That was already.
Who got Grasshopper?
Sally
Field.
Field, you.
See?
I didn't say that.
Oh, I got
Okay,
it. I got
well,
Sally Field.
All right.
Yeah.
Well then. By the way, I'm really bad at keeping scores. Somebody else.
Oh, we got it. 4-3, Frank.
Thank you. Never
That
good.
was 5-4, me.
No. It's 4-3. It's 4-3.
It's
Okay,
fine.
good. Putting the glasses on.
Pomegranate martini is interesting.
Wait, how many boxes are X'd out
All right, hold on.
on one thing on one chart?
5, 6, 7, 8. 8 are. So it is 5-3.
Oh,
Is it?
really?
5-3, yeah, because I just got one right.
But he got Grasshopper.
I
and
got Sally Field and Grasshopper.
So that was your third. Who got Donnie Wahlberg and Pickle Juice?
Frank.
I did.
Okay, so it's 5-3.
Shit. Okay. You're right.
Or
You're
whose
right.
turn is it?
All right, now my turn?
No, it's my
I just
turn.
said it's your turn, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm thinking of going back to Christina Ricci. Fucking pomegranate martini's bugging me. All right. I'm going to go. Oh, fuck. Wait, did you get AC Slater?
Nobody got AC Slater.
Nobody got AC
Except
Slater.
maybe Bird.
Bird definitely got it. Yeah, Bird nailed that one. I'm going to go AC Slater pomegranate martini.
No.
I'll go Benedict Cumberbatch. There was something on the rocks. What was it?
There's
Jameson.
something on the wing.
Jameson on the rocks. Was that taken?
It is not
I'll
taken.
take-
Do you want it?
I'll take that. Yeah.
No.
Damn.
Did we guess Pam Anderson, Jameson on the rocks?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. You see, that's the whole game. You have to say it.
I'm going to go Pam Anderson, Jameson on the rocks.
No.
Shit.
Pam Anderson. I got to see the drinks now. Pam Anderson. Shit. White wine.
No.
Robin is saying Vince Vaughn white wine, and I want to go back to Vince Vaughn. What does fucking Vince Vaughn drink? I don't think it can. If he drinks white wine, I would be so devastated. That would be devastating. I think he's an older soul too. Negroni's gone. Aperol Spritz. Could be. He is Polish. I feel like those Polish fucking drink, especially the ones from Chicago. Holy shit. That whole goddamn city's filled with alcoholics.
Donnie. Get the pickle juice, Donnie.
I know. I would say the same thing about Boston. Jameson on the rocks for Vince Vaughn. I'm going with the crowd. Give me. I want a little quick vote here with the crowd or Robin. I'll just take Robin. Vince Vaughn. Forget the white wine. Vince Vaughn, Jameson, Aperol, or Mai Tai. I'm gonna go with whatever Robin picks. Like Matthew McConaughey in that movie where he doesn't bet on the sport. Remember, he just bets on the person who bets on the sport. That was a killer. What was the name
What
of
are
that
you
movie?
talking about?
Matthew
Moneyball?
McConaughey he plays like a gambling guy, and Al Pacino hires him to come work at his gambling company, and he picks all the winners, and then he goes on a cold streak, and then he just goes over to the intern and he goes, pick a winner between Dallas and the Giants, and the intern picks it, and he goes, I'm so good. I just picked the people who could pick it. Like that was like the whole point of that little exchange. It was really good.
Sounds like
Is
a terrible
Robin
movie.
the intern?
Yeah, it was like an intern like who worked there, and he was
No,
like,
but I'm saying in this scenario, is Robin the intern?
oh yeah, Rob was the intern. Just right.
Okay.
I'm Matthew McConaughey, clearly.
You're Matthew McConaughey, even though Matthew McConaughey is still in play and nobody's guessed him? Is
Yeah.
that what this has become? Okay, cool.
So I'm going with my man Robin, Vince Vaughn, and the Mai Tai.
No.
Damn it.
Frank?
Vince Vaughn, Long Island iced tea.
No.
That would be so embarrassing. Vince Vaughn, Aperol Spritz.
No.
Vince Vaughn, Jameson on the rocks.
Oh my God, I was going to be so fucking mad at you if you got that. Vince Vaughn.
Can you show the whole page?
Yeah.
There you go. A little zoomed in a little bit. There you go.
Vince Vaughn and
No, you're good.
the White Russian.
No.
Vince Vaughn champagne.
No.
Vince Vaughn pomegranate martini.
No.
I thought that was it.
The hell is what? Vince Vaughn vodka Red Bull.
Yes.
Damn right.
Terrible.
6'3".
Awful.
Boom. There he is.
Pig Widgeon.
All right, you're up, buddy.
All right, let me look at this board here. See what's going
Hold on.
down.
Okay. Does that help or no?
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
that's
that's
better.
huge. Yeah.
Oh, late in the game, Discovery.
It's all right. There's no way I'm coming back from this. Let's go back to Madonna and the margarita.
No.
Madonna pomegranate martini.
Yes.
Ah, oh, and he's running away with it, folks.
This is becoming a beating. You know what I just realized? Matthew McConaughey has a tequila company. Maybe it's Matthew McConaughey and the margarita.
Why wouldn't it be Matthew McConaughey and tequila?
Oops.
I guessed that. It was wrong.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I just told you that. It helped you out. But I'm going Matthew McConaughey margarita.
No.
Fuck.
I'll say Matthew McConaughey champagne.
No.
Matthew McConaughey Mai Tai.
No.
Matthew McConaughey Miller Lite beer.
Yes.
Fuck.
8-3, my friend.
Stupid tech. Is that it? It's 8-3? Oh,
Yes, it
shit,
is.
This is a beating. This is a beating. This is what I thought it was going to be, by the way.
All right, all right, all right.
It's not Miller Lite.
It's not Miller. It's close.
Okay.
And you're up.
God, I hate to get back on Pam Anderson.
Really?
Never thought I'd say that. All right, let me go Pam and Kim Kardashian is still out there. Let me go Pam Anderson. White wine.
I don't think so. Nope.
Pam Anderson, White Russian.
No.
Pam Anderson tequila.
Nope.
Pam Anderson, margarita.
Come on, Ann.
Pam Anderson Mai Tai.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, 8-4.
I would have never got that. Pam Anderson drinks Mai Tais.
I don't know.
They're good. There he is with the victory dance. All right. I'll go ScarJo, White Russian.
No.
ScarJo margarita.
ScarJo Aperol Spritz.
No.
ScarJo. You did Long Island iced tea, I think, right? ScarJo Long Island iced tea.
No.
ScarJo white wine.
ScarJo Jameson on the rocks.
No.
ScarJo tequila.
Uh-uh.
The hell is that?
That's got to be everything.
Nope.
Frank definitely guessed champagne, I feel like, earlier. I'm going to say ScarJo champagne.
Yes, and he didn't
Son
guess
of a
that.
bitch. What'd you say?
No, I'm laughing at you. You said son of a bitch.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's 8-5. Could be a comeback, folks.
Jesus, Bird has been drinking, and her jokes are getting. That's funny as shit, but that hurts.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What's
There
it
he
now?
is, Big Widget.
Is it 8-5?
It's 8-5.
Holy shit! I could come back here. I'm starting to
You
get
could.
excited.
All right, let's see who's left here. Mario Lopez, Jolie, Beyonce, Cumberbatch, Ricci, Kardashian, Gaga. I will go with Beyonce tequila. I think you're muted, hon.
No.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
thank you.
you're up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know why. I feel I need to go back to Beyonce. I'll go Beyonce. What could she like? Beyonce Jameson on the rocks?
No.
I'm going to go Beyonce Aperol Spritz.
No.
Beyonce White Russian.
No.
Beyonce Margarita.
Beyonce Long Island Iced Tea.
That's right.
Oh, shit. 8-6.
Holy shit. What's the greatest
Mountain
comeback of all
comeback.
time? Yeah. We might be witnessing the greatest comeback of all time.
Oh, boy. Let's see here. Mario Lopez Tequila.
No.
Mario Lopez Margarita.
Yes.
Oh, my God. 8-7. You son of a bitch.
Wow. Wow. You're all witnessing history.
This is brutal. Can't let this come up. He's laughing at me. Damn it. All right, let's see. Cumberbatch. Is White Russian still out there?
It is. Do
Yeah.
you want it?
Yeah.
No.
Wow. This is huge. So it's not White Russian. Oh, I thought there was only 2 left. There's 4 left. Benedict Cumberbatch
There's
is
5 left, pal.
5? No.
Yeah, tequila, White Russian, Aperol, Jameson, white wine.
Is tequila still in?
No. Wait. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going Benedict Cumberbatch Jameson on the rocks.
No.
Benedict Cumberbatch, white wine.
No.
What?
Then tequila's got to be. Oh no, I think you said that. Tequila Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mm-mm.
Tequila, Aperol Spritz.
You say tequila Aperol Spritz.
I mean, Cumberbatch.
No, that's wrong. You said the wrong
Aperol
thing.
Spritz.
That's wrong.
Cumberbatch.
I don't know. I don't know how to rule on this. Hey, Widgeon, how do I rule on this?
No, he got it.
Okay.
Cumberbatch, Aperol.
Oh,
that
that
right?
was the game. That was the whole game.
All right, so it's 9-7.
7? Oh, I could still win, but I got to run the tape. No, that was it. I needed that one. That was the one I needed.
You want to keep playing? There's only a few left.
No, yeah, go. Keep playing.
You're up,
All right.
pal.
Play until we hear a whistle, Aaron. That's the rule. All right, so who's left here? Scarlett Joe.
No. Just Angelina Jolie, Christina Ricci, Kim Kardashian, and Lady Gaga. 4 women.
Oh, so I could get one wrong and
You can win
I
this.
can't. I
You
get
can
one
get all
wrong
4
and
right.
tie. I got to get 4 right to win. I can get one
No, you
wrong
could-
and still tie. No, that's it.
All right, whatever. I don't know. Let's just go.
Because it's 9-7. I get one wrong. It's 10-7. I still get the other 3 right. It's 10-10. So if I get one wrong, I could only tie at best. All right, Gaga, Kim Kardashian, Ricci, and Jolie are left.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie used to be a wild one back in the day. Now she saves children all over the world, but she used to be. All right, can I see the cocktails, please?
What's left is tequila, White Russian, Jameson on the rocks, and white wine. Man, I'm having trouble seeing.
That's tough. I'm gonna go for Angelina Jolie and the tequila.
I think that's right. 1 second. I can't find her.
I knew it. That
Yes,
was my next
it is
guess.
right. It is right.
Pressure's
That was my next guess. You suck.
photo finish, folks. You can't tune out now. It is heating up.
So what is it? 9-8?
It's 9-8.
All right.
Wait, which one did I just get right? Tequila and
Jolie.
Bird was screaming for me to do it, and I didn't even see it. But we're you know what, Bird? We're in tune. We're on the same wavelength.
Gaga, Kardashian, and Ricci. Can I see the drinks?
Yes, they are white wine, white Russian, and Jameson on the rocks.
I will say Ricci, Jameson on the rocks.
No.
Damn it.
Wow. Big. That's big.
That's a big loss right there.
That's a big loss. All right. Let me see. Can I see the list? The names.
It's Ricci, Kardashian, Gaga.
He's right. Right here.
Okay. Ricci, Kardashian, Gaga. Okay, cocktails, please.
White wine, white Russian, and Jameson on the rocks.
You remember what I just said?
What's funny about this is Kim doesn't really go for the whites. So
Gosh.
I'm inclined to say, come on, that wasn't bad. I'm inclined to say, could she be a Jameson drinker? That's fucking psychotic. Ricci, Gaga,
Kardashian.
Could Gaga be a fucking... Ricci's not Jameson. We know that. So Ricci, all right. So there's a 50% chance of getting Ricci, White Russian or White Wine. She was in Buffalo 66. That's a weirdo movie. That's a White Russian kind of movie. Does she like white wine or a White Russian? This is the game, because if I get this wrong, then you know the answer.
Could be.
I can't win without this one. What do you guys think Christina Ricci drinks? White Russians or white wine? Kim Kardashian and Gaga don't help me, because if one of them I was sure drank the other, then I could narrow it down that way.
But you can't. You can't blanch.
I'm going to go Christina Ricci, White Russian.
No.
Could it be Christina Ricci, white wine?
Yes.
Annie.
I blame DJ Shenanigan for this. This may look like the same comment I'm putting up, but these are two distinct different comments.
Yep.
Pigwidgeon is reduced to Sunny D and vodka.
Oh, DJ Shenanigan. It's too soon for apologies. I'll never get over this, dude. Never.
It's your turn.
So hard
You
forever.
could still screw this up and I could win, or you could tie it.
Yeah. All right.
No, wait a minute. You can't. You can't win. Because if you get it right, then I get the other one right.
You get the other one right. Yeah. So it's over.
And if you get it wrong, I will get it right.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's play it out. Who are the last two people?
Gaga and Kardashian.
And we have White Russian and the Jameson left. I'm going to go Kim Kardashian Jameson.
No.
I think you're muted. What's that?
No.
Oh, shit.
Kim Kardashian, White Russian.
So Gaga and the Jameson.
Yes.
Wow.
That's what they said on this website. Again, apologies if you've heard differently. They said that what was it? They said that Jennifer Lawrence's favorite drink was a pina colada, and it isn't. And they said that Taylor Swift's favorite drink was a whiskey sour. No. So I don't know the validity of these. It's just basically what I just went off the website. Thanks for letting me do this game. I don't think we're ever going to play with this whole thing again. I think it gave everybody seasickness. But thanks for playing, and also thanks for letting Pigwidgeon be part of this. He's never been part of a live game show. And all right, everyone have a great weekend.
Great job. That was a lot of fun. That was a good one.
That was good. Erin. Oh shit. See, I meant to ask her. How did she know? I was like, oh, did you do research? But I feel like she probably knows Taylor Swift's favorite drink.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
So does she also know the other girl's drink? I forgot who she said.
Maybe Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know.
Jennifer Lawrence? She also
Why
knows
am I
Jennifer
up here?
Oh, that's right. You're not usually up there, right?
Hey, there we go.
Now all is right with the world.
Seems to be. Great
What
job,
is
Erin. Make
Taylor
sure you guys pick up Oval, written by Erin. Great book, available on Amazon right now. You can pick it up today. And it's also available for digital download. Link in the description below, written by Erin C herself. Pigwidgeon wrote the forward.
Damn it! I was gonna go for that joke. That's exactly what I was going for. Shit.
Pick it up today, folks. There it is. Anthony has a copy in his hand right there. Great read.
Jennifer Lawrence likes shots, and Taylor Swift's favorite drink, French
blonde. I don't know what that is.
Is that a wine? Does she mean wine?
I don't know. French blonde.
Probably not. Is that another? It's a grasshopper just with more tequila. I think that's what.
Is that Gerard Depardieu? Only French blonde I could think of.
Yeah, I like Mercury's comment here. Even though Erin basically put the whole episode on her back, she goes,
"That was all Erin. That was all Erin."
I like that. Don't apologize for that, Mercury. You're perfect. But thank you to Erin for that. It was a really good, fun game. Everybody had a really good time with it. Lots of cheers for Erin. Everybody enjoyed. That's great. Everybody enjoy those weekends. Like Frankie said, go grab that book. Link in the description below. Membership links in the description below. Have an awesome weekend. Watch CBS Sunday morning. You'll be relaxed, I promise. We'll see you on Monday.
Show me potato salad. Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.